Hey there, I'm the recap master. Merry Christmas, everyone. On this auspicious Christmas Eve, I'm going to explain and recap a Christmas special 2024 Hollywood action movie Redone. Sit back, relax, and beware. Spoilers ahead. The story begins 30 years earlier, where a young Jack O'Malley is at a family Christmas party. He takes his cousins upstairs to reveal that their parents, not Santa, bought their gifts. Jack's Uncle Rick catches him and scolds him for ruining the festive spirit. Jack, however, dismisses the idea of Santa visiting every home worldwide in one night. In the present day, Jack has become a skilled black hat hacker, master tracker, and mercenary. He sneaks into a mall by creating a diversion by setting a Christmas tree on fire and plants a tracking device inside. To top it off, he steals candy from a baby, displaying his mischievous nature. At the mall, Santa, also known as the Red One, is doing his yearly rounds with his chief bodyguard, Callum Drift, the head of ELF, Enforcement Logistics and Fortification, of the North Pole. Callum is appalled by the greed and rudeness of the holiday shoppers. Callum, ever dutiful, deals with an obnoxious influencer interrupting a family's moment with Santa, scaring him off with sheer authority. Callum takes his job of protecting Santa seriously, as this will be his last Christmas before retiring after centuries of service. Santa visits a high-tech bunker where he admires his advanced, magical sleigh and his massive reindeer. With Air Force-level security, Santa and Callum take off to the North Pole. The sleigh's magical capabilities allow it to travel at extreme speeds, making their journey seamless. Back in his apartment, Jack receives a call from his mysterious employer, who pays him only half of what was promised, saying the rest will come once they find their target. Jack doesn't realize that his target is Santa himself. Meanwhile, Santa and Callum return to the North Pole, hidden behind a magical force field. The North Pole Complex is a highly advanced civilization filled with intelligent beings, animals, and trolls who work tirelessly throughout the year to make the magic of Santa Claus distributing the gifts to everyone possible. Mrs. Claus greets them as they return. Santa and Callum have a heartfelt discussion about Callum's decision to retire. He says that he is retiring because of the grown-ups.
It's the grown-ups that are killing me.
Callum is disheartened by the growing number of adults on the naughty list who seem to no longer care about goodness. Santa reassures him, saying,
We know that somewhere inside every lost grown-up is the kid they once were.
Later at night, mercenaries breach the force field. Callum notices flickering lights in Santa's tower and rushes to investigate, only to find Santa missing. He chases the culprits across the North Pole on a snowmobile, but fails to catch them before they escape with Santa. Zoe Harlow, director of MORA, Mythological Oversight and Restoration Authority, learns of the situation and contacts the North Pole. She informs Callum that they need the help of the Wolf, a renowned tracker, Jack O'Malley. Time is running out, as they have only 24 hours until Christmas Eve. Elsewhere, Jack receives a call from his ex, Olivia, who informs him that their son, Dylan, got into trouble at school for hacking into the attendance system. Jack scolds Dylan, not for hacking, but for doing it poorly. Dylan mentions a concert that evening but tells Jack he doesn't care if he shows up. Jack feels guilty about being an absent father. Back at his apartment, Jack is ambushed by North Pole mercenaries. He fights them off, but Zoe neutralizes him and takes him to the North Pole. There, Jack learns about Santa's abduction. Initially skeptical, he is convinced when Zoe reveals that mythological creatures like the Headless Horseman are real. Callum and Garcia, a giant polar bear bodyguard, confront Jack, labeling him a level 4 naughty lister. When Jack fails to provide answers, Zoe enlists his help, as he had unknowingly planted a tracker on the kidnapper's VPN. Jack agrees to help find Santa. After checking his phone, Jack says that the tracker is leading to Aruba in the Caribbean. Santa wakes up in a cell, held captive by a woman who hooks him to a machine that drains his magical energy to power a weapon. Jack and Callum team up reluctantly to rescue Santa. They travel through a portal in a toy store to the Caribbean, where they enlarge a toy car into their getaway vehicle. Meanwhile, Gryla, the Christmas witch, tests her Glaskafig, a magical snow globe prison. Jack and Callum track Ted, the middleman who brokered Jack's deal with Gryla. Callum shrinks and grows himself to fight Ted's goons. After a chaotic battle, they confront Ted and learn about Gryla. Jack accidentally utters her name, summoning her. She uses Ted to speak to Callum. She confirms that Santa is with her and warns Callum and threatens to punish everyone on Santa's naughty list. Moments later, a worn-out ice cream truck emerges from the ocean and 3 giant snowmen come out of it to attack them. Jack and Callum fight the monsters, which repeatedly reassemble. Jack destroys one by causing an explosion, while Callum takes down another by removing its carrot nose. The 3rd snowman nearly traps Jack in ice, but Callum intervenes. Unfortunately, Ted is frozen, leaving them without further leads. Gryla tests her glaskafig on Aaron Abel, trapping him inside. However, the globe doesn't return to her, leaving her furious. She orders her minions to fix the machine. Zoe meets Jack and Callum, revealing Gryla might be working with the great Krampus, Santa's estranged brother. Since Mora lacks jurisdiction, Jack and Callum head to Krampus's lair. On the way, Jack reflects on his strained relationship with Dylan, admitting his failures as a father. At Krampus's lair, Jack accidentally alerts the guards by stealing gold. They are captured and brought before Krampus. Callum explains the situation to Krampus, revealing the urgency of Santa's rescue. During the conversation, it's revealed that Krampus and Gryla, the Christmas witch, were once a couple who enjoyed punishing those on the naughty list. Years ago, Gryla had gifted Krampus the glaskafig, but she returned recently to reclaim it for her sinister plans. Callum pleads with Krampus to let them go, but Krampus is indifferent and decides to keep Callum as his prisoner. Jack, thinking quickly, challenges Krampus to a game of Krampusklap, a contest where participants endure Krampus's famously powerful slap. Callum tries to appeal to Krampus's better side, but Krampus dismisses his words and smacks him with such force that Callum goes flying. As Callum prepares for another round, Jack secretly activates a special arm brace on Callum. This device empowers Callum to deliver an enormous slap, stunning Krampus and allowing Jack and Callum to make their escape. Grateful, Callum commends Jack for coming up with the idea and sticking by his side instead of abandoning him. When they return to their car, Jack and Callum find a package from Gryla addressed to Jack. Jack, wary of her intentions, refuses to open it. Moments later, Jack gets a video call from Dylan, who is frustrated that Jack skipped his concert and only sent him a globe as a gift. Curious, Dylan touches the globe and is instantly teleported. Recognizing it as a glaskafig, Jack realizes what has happened. Left with no choice, he grabs his own globe to follow Dylan, while Callum sets out to track them both. Jack and Dylan are transported to Gryla's lair, where she taunts them and boasts about the effectiveness of the glaskafigs. After she leaves, Jack uses the moment to apologize to Dylan for his failings as a father. Dylan forgives him, and their renewed bond helps Jack improve his naughty status. Together, their connection allows them to grow stronger and break free from the globes. Zoe's tracker on Jack helps Callum pinpoint his and Dylan's location at the North Pole, which revealing a shocking truth that Gryla is still in the North Pole. She never moved Santa from his home. Instead, her shape-shifting minions have infiltrated the North Pole, posing as Mrs. Claus and the guards, hiding in plain sight to execute their sinister plan. Callum quickly locates Jack and Dylan, and together they regroup with Zoe. The team uncovers Gryla's horrifying scheme. She plans to enslave Santa, forcing him to operate his sleigh so she can distribute glaskafigs worldwide, trapping everyone she considers naughty. Determined to stop her, the heroes waste no time, freeing Mrs. Claus, Garcia, and the others, preparing for a final showdown to save Santa and Christmas. Gryla begins her escape from the North Pole, but Callum and Jack manage to catch up to the sleigh. A fierce battle ensues as they race across a ramp. In a daring move, Jack unhooks the reindeer from the sleigh, grounding it and sending Gryla tumbling over the edge. While Callum tries to revive Santa, Gryla reappears in her terrifying true form, a monstrous, towering ogre. Just as she prepares to attack, Krampus arrives in his own sleigh, ready to save his brothers. He confronts Gryla, engaging her in battle, though she easily throws him around, much to his amusement. Meanwhile, Santa regains consciousness and calls upon his reindeer, who charge at Gryla. With powerful tackles, the reindeer sends her flying into a pile of glasscafigs, where she becomes trapped inside one of the globes. Zoe steps in to take Gryla into custody, bringing her reign of terror to an end. Santa thanks everyone for their efforts and shares a rare, heartfelt moment with Krampus. Acknowledging his help, Santa expresses gratitude, and Krampus, with a sly grin, brushes it off. Despite their differences, the bond between the brothers shines as they part on good terms, ready to move forward. With Gryla defeated, everyone scrambles to prepare Santa for his big night. Callum, Jack, and Dylan join him as he takes off. They marvel at the magic of Santa in action, witnessing firsthand the intricate and breathtaking process of delivering presents. Santa zips from house to house at lightning speed, aided by his elves and human helpers. With incredible stamina, he manages to deliver gifts across the entire world in a single night. This astonishing feat leaves Jack and Dylan in awe. During the journey, Callum notices Jack and Dylan bonding deeply, even catching a glimpse of Jack's inner child shining through. This touching moment is enough for Santa to realize that Callum has had a change of heart about retiring. Smiling, Santa reassures him,
It's easy to lose it, Cal. Important thing is to keep trying.
With his mission complete, Santa flies them all home. Christmas is saved, and the spirit of the season shines brighter than ever. Thank you for watching. If you found it entertaining, don't forget to like, share, and comment. Your support means the world to me. For more such videos, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell icon. Until next time, take care, and I'll see you in the next video.